That's why we couldn't hear each other.
It's plugged into the wrong port. That's what she said.
It works way better when you put it in the right hole.
Yeah, you put it in the anal of the audio world.
Wait, is that the wrong hole?
You've been doing it wrong?
I always thought that was the goal. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'll put it in there, sure. So we got this cool fucking joint holder thing. It looks like a snail.
It does look like a snail. Do you remember The Racing Snail from The Never-Ending Story?
I do. That's my favorite book. Have you ever read the book?
I've never read the book. I've seen the movie more times than I can count, though.
I will give you the book. The book is excellent.
It's written time for books.
By Michael Ed. It's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, it's even... Actually, I haven't read it in, I don't know, maybe a decade, but it's still really good. Or it was last time I read it.
Does it end, though?
No, you're in it right now. It's still being written.
Where the fuck is my luck dragon at?
You haven't opened the right door.
I've opened an awful lot of doors in my life.
Not the right one.
Never once found a luck dragon.
Keep on doing it. Open a door.
I was at the dog park. Must have been last summer. And there was a puppy there that was like albino. It looked just like Falcor, and it was amazing.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah. I have no idea what it was. Little shaggy dog.
Oh, you know what else? I want to tell you, so our listenership is going up, which is cool. It's steadily going up. We're still not in the millions like we should be. But we're in the tens, which is really fucking cool.
Ooh, double digits?
Yeah. But we've made some friends. One of the friends we've made is Best Bud 76 on Instagram.
Who?
Best Bud 76. One word. I need to spell it now. BESTBUDS 76. What they do is kind of like they lip sync a bunch of different songs while smoking weed, and it's fun.
That sounds like it'd be fun to do, actually.
They seem like they're having a lot of fun. They're cool. They seem cool. I'd smoke weed with them in karaoke.
Are they in the area or what? Do you know?
I don't fucking know that. I should know. Maybe I should know. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if they posted that.
If Best Bud 76 is listening to us and you're in Colorado, hit us up. Let's fucking smoke it up.
Yeah. That'd be great if they were in Colorado.
Yeah. So, this is the Higher Minds Podcast.
Higher Minds Podcast.
I'm Scott.
I'm Papa Darby. How are you?
I'm fine.
I was talking to the listeners, so I don't care.
Well, I was answering for them. Fuck you.
Fuck me. Anyway.
What's the topic of the day? We
are going to talk about apparently not the most prolific serial killer, but with a body count of upwards of 90. And I don't mean it to sound as glib as it did, but his name is Samuel Little, also known as Samuel McDowell in some areas, but throughout this podcast he's going to be referred to as Samuel Little, or Sam, or Sammy, or Little Sam. Sambo. We're not going to call him Sambo. That's horrible. We're not going to do that at all.
I was just planning on sticking to Samuel. Or fine. Little. Or
yeah.
Samuel Little.
Apparently he's not little. He is like 6'2", 6'3". He's an ex-boxer, which he learned in prison. I guess he was kind of handsome. He had greenish eyes. And, he's a boxer, so he had a powerful build. Apparently he used that to good effect when he was trying to do his killings. But I saw a picture of him. I posted one on Instagram and Facebook, and okay, I wouldn't do it. You wouldn't? I wouldn't. No.
Not pretty enough for you?
He's not. No, he's very much not. He has too much penis for me too. Yeah, and a very solid taint, which is not what I like in a sexual partner.
You like a soft taint?
Well, I mean, I would prefer
a squishy one, maybe.
I like vagina.
Yes.
That's what we call it, right? Vagina?
Vagina?
Is that how you say it here?
Vagine?
Is that what we say? Okay, all right. Yeah. Anyway, whatever you want to call it, that's what I dig.
Okay.
Anything more than that is, I don't know, gives me a tummy ache.
Oh, my brain went way out there on that one.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was weirder than I intended to sound. Yeah, I know them guys in my day. Really.
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
It's a gram, man.
Gram, hell, we live in Colorado. That's 2 grams.
20, oh yeah, that's $10 is a joint here. God damn, where the fuck am I? Anyway, so Samuel Little was born in Georgia on June 7th in 1940. He was born to a lady of the night, claims to have been left by her in the dirt on the side of the road, and to be a descendant of Malcolm X.
So he's a son of a whore.
He's a son of a whore, and the grandson of who is classified as a minister on Wikipedia.
Is he?
Yeah.
If anybody's making a Wikipedia for us, I am also ordained. So when you make my page, go ahead and make me a minister too.
Everybody just call me. You don't want to break Wikipedia, scrambling to add that to our Wikipedia page. So just slow down there, guys.
Yeah. Reverend Scott. I like it.
Reverend Scott. That's Papa Darby, Reverend Scott.
Yeah.
Just so explanation, Papa is the voodoo title, not like Papa John's. So that's why I picked.
I thought it was like Papa Smurf.
No, it's a little known fact that he was actually a voodoo priest. Yeah.
That would explain why the wizard guy thing was always trying.
Gargamel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only vaguely remember the Smurfs.
Gargamel was actually a Christian fighting the darkness of the voodoo priest known as Papa Smurf. He brought he made Smurfette in fact out of like magic and presented her as
Gargamel really did or Papa Smurf did?
Papa Smurf did.
Okay.
But I was going to go really fucked up with that, and that's not really appropriate for this particular episode. So,
have you ever heard the Papa Smurf song?
I think you sang it to me once in response to what I call myself.
Yeah. Go ahead and I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but if you're listening, get on YouTube and just type in Papa Smurf song. It's bound to come up.
Okay.
Back on topic.
A little more about Samuel Little. So he enjoyed traveling, which he fucking traveled fucking everywhere. He learned art in prison, which he uses now to help the FBI close cold cases of women he's killed, because there's now about 40 some that are about 20 to 30 some that are unaccounted for, which he remembers that they haven't connected him to.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, he remembers killing about 88 women, give or take. Shortly after his birth, he was moved to Lorain, Ohio, where he was known to have discipline and achievement problems in school.
Why do we always circle back to Ohio somehow?
Because Ohio is the heart of it all. Oh God, that is their ad. Oh, I hate me.
Ohio's like America's shirt pocket.
Oh my God, it is. It is. It's where all the ink leaks.
The ink leaks?
Down at the bottom?
Yeah?
Yeah. It explodes in blue or black, whatever you're wearing.
So Cincinnati is a stain? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, no. I love Cincinnati and Cincinnatians. Cincinnatians is what they call it. But if you look at the way it's spelled, it's pronounced Cincinnatians. You don't say Martians, you say Martians. Anyway. That's my thing about Cincinnati.
So Samuel Little's been arrested, we'll say several times.
A couple times.
Yeah, once or twice. In 1956, he was convicted of breaking and entering in Omaha, Nebraska.
So he was 16 years old at his first conviction, right?
Right. Held at an institution for juvenile offenders. He moved to Florida with his mother in late 1960. where he worked as an ambulance attendant, cemetery worker, and day laborer.
As a teenager?
1960, he'd have been
1960.
19, 20 years old, somewhere around
okay.
there, depending on when his birthday was. When was his birthday?
1940.
No. What month?
June 7th.
Okay, so by late 1960, he'd have been 20.
Yeah. So grandma in Ohio, mom in Florida.
And somehow he ended up in Nebraska at 16.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, so he's already a traveler.
Yeah. Yeah, he was well-traveled for a 1950s kid, teenager.
Fuck, black guy.
Yeah.
They didn't travel all that much.
Did we mention he was black?
No.
No. Okay. So Samuel Little was black. Is black. He's still alive. He hasn't changed colors, I don't think.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I think he's trying.
What's he aiming for?
An appeal.
Oh.
That's a joke. It was a court joke. A racist court joke? Is any funnier? Okay, yeah, there. That's funnier.
I just appreciate that the black dudes making black jokes.
That's a big triangle. That's a big fucking triangle.
Yeah.
I've been through Omaha. You ever been through Omaha?
Yeah, Nebraska's boring as shit to drive across.
So boring. It's like Kansas is more exciting than driving through. No offense to anybody from Nebraska, but Kansas is more exciting than driving through Nebraska.
Every time I drive through Nebraska, it storms. Every single time. Fucking pouring down rain thunderstorms. Every time I've been through Nebraska.
The last time I drove through Nebraska, not storms and shit, but it was this past winter. It had just, like, I was driving into a blizzard that kind of actually, like, wrapped around me and, like, kind of missed me the entire way. But 70 and 25 and all of it was fucking close. So it rerouted me through Nebraska, which also fucking sucked. Thank God for Jeeps.
In 1961, he was sentenced to 3 years for breaking and entering into a furniture store in Lorain. By 1975, he had been arrested 26 times in 11 states.
75. 35.
Yep.
How many times?
26 arrests in 11 states. First one started at 16.
That's,
so really, what is it, 19 years?
Yeah, that's more than once a year.
Yep. Most of these arrests were for theft, assault, attempted rape, and attacks on government officials.
He attacked government officials?
Apparently. I'm betting that's something like assaulting a police officer or some shit.
He didn't, like, seek out a senator and punch him.
I don't think so.
Or milkshake a fucking person like Nigel Farage. Pop culture, or pop reference.
Okay.
Yeah, in England, there's this conservative politician, and there's this one guy who was filmed just kind of, he saw him in the street, he didn't know what to do, he had a milkshake in his hand, so he took off the lid, threw his milkshake at this guy, and now every conservative politician is getting milkshaked. It's like a hashtag milkshake or some shit like that. It's crazy. He didn't do that.
They don't have, like, security over there?
Yeah, I mean, you do that in America, you get shot in the fucking face.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
In 1982, he was arrested in Mississippi and charged with the murder of a 22-year-old prostitute, Melinda Lapre. A grand jury declined to indict him, though, for lack of evidence.
That's crazy.
During this time, he was transferred to Florida to stand trial for the murder of 26-year-old Patricia Mount.
For the murder?
For the murder.
Okay.
Due to mistrust of witness testimonies, Little was acquitted in January of 84.
So those must have been other prostitutes and sort of just street people?
That would be my guess. Judging on who he typically targets, I would assume the witnesses would have been other prostitutes or whatever.
Vagrants and circus people?
Yeah. October of 84, he was arrested for kidnapping, beating, and strangling Lori Bayros, a 22-year-old in the San Diego area.
So we're talking about he's 44 years old doing this.
And he's made his way to California now, too.
Jesus, that's across the country.
A month later, police found him in the back seat of a car with an unconscious woman, also beaten and strangled, in the same location as where Lori Bayros had been assaulted.
So she was unconscious. The cops came up and she was not dead?
From what I can tell, it sounds like they both survived these attacks. I'm basing that mostly off of how much time he served for it. He only did 2.5 years in prison for both of these events.
I hope it wasn't for a murder.
No, I can't imagine they'd only give you 2.5 for killing a hooker.
And unconscious is just slightly less descriptive, so
yeah.
I'd like to think that she survived.
You're rooting for the hooker in this one.
I am, and he's doing very well. Maybe
settled down with a husband and 3 kids.
You know what I want to say? Since we're talking about prostitutes, I don't think I've expressed my opinion about that particular social issue. It's my personal belief, and all of the opinions and beliefs that are expressed on this show are solely those of those who said them. That makes sense, right? Anyway, so it's my personal belief that the illegal prostitution is stupid. If there are 2 consenting adults who are not hurting anybody else, including each other, there's nobody else's business. Like, I don't know how to describe it more descriptive than that. It's nobody else's fucking business.
If it's legal to do for free, why is it illegal to get paid for it?
That's another good argument. Licensing. That's what licensing.
How is just paying for sex that much different from taking a girl out to dinner in a movie?
Well, okay, so that is a difference.
But
I would say it's
I'm not going to say all dates, but there are dates where the goal is to get laid at the end of the night.
Well, sure, for the guy.
And you're taking her out to dinner, and you're going to a show or whatever, and you're dropping X amount of dollars on it. How is that much different?
Because it's not
than just going straight to the hooker.
Because the whoever is being paid for the sex doesn't owe on the date. Like that's not a realistic expectation. That's a hope, but you're not. It's improper to expect that from anybody else.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Unless you're actually paying for it.
Why
explicitly
go through the hope when you can just spend the same amount of money and get the sure thing?
That's an argument. Yeah. I mean, I don't
know. I've never picked up a hooker. I don't know.
Yeah.
How exactly that works, but
I don't know either. But
I have to assume it's easier than listening to how their date was.
I love women. I love to hear what women have to say and what they say. And yes, I like listening. I'm a listener. Obviously, that's why I started the podcast.
I thought you started that because you were a talker.
No. Did you know that you've never actually heard me speak? All this time, I've been listening.
Fooled the fuck out of me.
I did. I'm good at it.
So in February of 1987, after Little got out of prison, he moved to the LA area, where he's suspected of committed 10 more murders.
What year was that?
February of 1987.
So he's 47 this time.
Him being born on an even year really makes that way easier.
It does. I was born in 1980. I always know exactly when I was born.
Yep.
My son was born in 1910. He'll always know.
Oh, that one's super easy.
Yeah. So throughout this time, he maintained a girlfriend. Her name was Jean. I don't know her last name. That didn't seem to be available.
We'll say Gray for the sake of this conversation.
Jean, parentheses, Jean, quotation marks, Gray.
Sure.
Okay. I like it. I can dig it. But she was a master shoplifter, which is what supported him and them throughout the years.
Not an amateur. A master shoplifter.
What's the difference between amateur and master? Is it success rate?
Like years in the field, success rate? I think there's multiple variables that add into that.
Or is it like Ocean's 11 like caliber shit?
See, I was thinking more like Kung Fu masters. Like years and years of experience and nobody's better than them kind of thing. And then the amateur would be like the guy who's learning how. The young grasshopper.
It'd have to be like cat burglar, like international fucking shit to be master? Or is that like doctor?
I think bankers would be like master thieves.
And politicians.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Insurance companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Fed.
Absolutely. The Fed has to be like the master thief.
Yeah. Anyway. Hashtag taxation is theft.
There you go.
So, he'd kill women who he considered half dead already. Women who were marginalized and vulnerable, who were often involved in prostitution and suffering from drug addiction.
So he was a do-gooder. He's just out there cleaning up the streets.
He thought he was doing everybody a favor. But, yes. No, they're... These women, though, maybe prostitutes and drug addicts, and by all accounts, perhaps leeches on society, death, in my opinion, is not the appropriate sentence. And a lot of these women, a lot of people even today, in such circumstances, just need help out and can be helped out.
Yeah.
It's just they need compassion and help. Sometimes, I mean, I would go as far as to say the majority of the time, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes a person just wants to live that way, and they're just going to do it. Which is, hey, I'm libertarian enough to say, yeah, go, don't hurt anybody else, go fucking do it.
Yeah.
Which is why I dislike this statement a little, because he hurts everybody else. But he thought of himself as an angel at times, but other times he thought himself as the devil. His description of his first murder. Quote, she was a big old blonde, round about turn of the new year, 1969 or 70 in Coconut Grove, Miami. She was a hoe. She was sitting at a restaurant booth, red leather, real nice. She crossed them big legs, fishnet stockings, and touched her neck. It was my sign from God. End quote.
Was the booth red leather, or was she red leather?
I want to say yeah. Well, no, she wasn't. Her clothes were red leather.
Right.
But yes, she was in red leather, sitting on red leather.
Like full-blown red leather Eddie Murphy suit.
Squeaking out the place.
Yeah, just creaky like a motherfucker.
Or, you know better, she got a jar of Vaseline. Just rubbed it all over her. Just, oh yeah. And just slick and slide like a fucking, well, anything that you put Vaseline on. All across the booth. Yeah. She crossed her legs just to create more friction and touched her neck because, well, I don't know, for some reason. It stopped her from slipping and sliding. And then she got murdered.
Have you ever armor-rolled leather seats?
I haven't. That sounds awful.
It was terrible. I used to work for a dealership, and we had a car and get traded in that was filthy. So we sent it off to detail, right?
Yeah.
And they asked if they wanted it armor-rolled. We're like, yeah, fucking knock yourself out, right?
Well, knock yourself out.
They armor-rolled everything. You'd hit the brake pedal coming up to a stop sign in that thing and about slide out from underneath the seatbelt. It was terrible.
So, like, how did you remedy that? Did you have to, like, just keep on wiping it with paper towels or some shit?
I drove that car once from picking it up from the detailer back to our shop. And from there, I made my other guys drive it.
That's funny.
Whenever it got sold, I picked the guy that I liked the least. And, hey, go drop this car off there.
So, this next part is I'm going to describe one of his murders. It's going to be descriptive, so if you don't want to listen to this, stop listening right now. Denise Christie.
You've been warned.
Thanks, Scott. Denise Christie Brothers, age 38. On November 13th in 2018, Little was charged with the 1994 murder of Denise Christie Brothers in Odessa, Texas, after having confessed to the crime to a Texas Ranger in May of 2018.
So Texas now, too.
He's in Texas now. He has a bunch of murders.
What do we have? Florida, Ohio, Nebraska, California, Texas. That's where we're at so far, at least.
I have the list in my notes, so I didn't remember them. But yeah, we've mentioned a lot so far. But so Little pleaded guilty to this murder on December 13th and received, on top of 3 previous life sentences, another life sentence. Though she didn't live in her, Denise that is, didn't live in her childhood home, her 2 middle boys, 9-year-old Dustin and 14-year-old Damien, did. Her youngest was given up for adoption because of her drug problem, which is why her middle children lived with her parents. Her oldest was grown and had long moved to Miami. She left her shitty, according to Damien, motel to go see her pimp, who stayed in an even shittier motel. Little says she made it only a half a block from where she walked out of her front door when she gestured for him to pull over. Apparently it was a cold night, and she was trying to get, well, in addition to be a prostitute, she just wanted to get warm. She pulled over the first person she could find.
So she kind of brought this upon herself then, flagging down a serial killer.
Nope. She did not deserve getting murdered for this.
I didn't say she deserved it, but she brought it on herself.
No.
Flagging down the wrong car.
Yeah, she was unlucky. Still, I can't get behind brought it on herself. I think that means that she did something wrong enough, morally wrong, that is, to do it. And I don't think anything she did was morally wrong, actually. But yeah, she made a bad decision that night.
Yeah, like
that's for sure.
Like the worst decision of her life.
Yeah.
Fucking murder jokes for two of them. And
That's not funny.
It's a little funny.
It's so funny. This is not funny. Her murder is not funny. Anyway, Little bought a bunch of crack and black tar heroin for Denise and her pimp. The pimp then ordered her to pay for the drugs with sex. Little told her he was an artist and told her that he could draw her like Van Gogh, which he unironically honors later in his life. He told her that he loved her, something that he told all of his victims. They took a drive and he pulled into an alley. As she prepared to blow him, he grabbed her by the throat and tossed her into the back seat like a doll, where he strangled her with one hand and masturbated with the other.
I like how matter-of-factly you said that.
I want, descriptions, violent descriptions, they bug me, but I want to make them as clinical as possible. I just want to state the actual fact and move on.
Right.
And then discuss about the facts and moving on and how I don't like to sit down and think about it.
I'm glad I could fuck up your flow.
Thank you. So as he choked her and masturbated, the more she fought, the harder he fought. Because killing was synonymous with sex, he made the experience as long as possible, strangling her until she passed out, and then allowing her to regain consciousness. The last time Denise came to, her head was in his lap, and her eyes were as big as marbles. She cried, he kissed her tears from her face, and then he squeezed the life out of her. So that's the end of her, and this tore her family apart. And kind of on a side note, but as a direct result of this, later her son Dustin's life would spiral downward and was shot outside of a strip club when he was 21 by a still unknown assailant.
I was looking through his list of victims here, and I came across a name, Martha Cunningham, from Knox County, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Do you know who the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee is?
No, who's that?
Kane.
Kane, the wrestler Kane?
The wrestler Kane.
He's a mayor?
The 7-foot big red machine that I think they used to call it the Undertaker's kayfabe brother.
Yeah, no, I know who that is, but wow,
yeah, he's a fucking mayor now.
What's his education?
That I don't know.
You don't need to be educated to be mayor, you just need to get voted.
Libertarian mayor, I think, too.
What city?
Knox County. In Tennessee, they have mayors for counties, apparently.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Libertarian in... Okay.
I don't know if he ran as a libertarian, but he is a libertarian. I've seen interviews and shit with him, like out of character and everything.
Like Bernie's a democratic socialist kind of thing?
Yeah.
He's a
Democrat, but yeah.
Oh, so he ran as a Democrat?
No. We were talking about Bernie. Bernie's a Democrat, but he's a democratic socialist.
What did Cade run as? Do you know?
I don't know if he ran as a libertarian or a Republican.
Okay.
But he is a libertarian.
Not Democrat?
No.
Okay. That's fine.
So, fun little side note.
Interesting.
Hey. Fucking Jesse the Body Ventura was governor, too. Maybe there's...
In Utah, right?
No, Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't like him, though.
Ventura?
Well, I can't say that. His persona is turned me off.
I love Ventura. His conspiracy theory show is the shit.
Okay.
He fucking believes in all of them, and I love it.
That's not a seller for me.
He tried to minigun the Predator once, though. So
that is a seller for me.
Yeah,
I do want to marry that miniguns Predators.
What the fuck was that?
But then he got blown up.
Sexual Tyrannosaurus.
What?
From the Predator.
What?
You don't remember that line?
No.
I think it's when they're in the helicopter before they get dropped in. He's talking about he's a sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, wait, the first one.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that's when he was in. I remember that. Fucking weird. Guess what we're watching?
I got it on VHS.
Guess what we're not watching?
I'd like to point out that
I'm bringing up wrestler references while wearing a Macho Man Randy Savage shirt.
He is. It's a beautiful, like, mauve. No, it's not. It's. I think it's periwinkle.
No, it's not blue. It's like a purpley pink.
Purpley pink.
If you YouTube Macho Man's Cream of the Crop promo, it's the same t-shirt he's wearing in that one.
YouTube that one.
Yeah. That's one of the best promos ever in professional wrestling.
I have to say, it shows off your tattoos nicely.
It does.
It
was way better when I was still working out because my arms weren't flabby. I haven't lifted weights in like 7 months, and it really shows.
We'll go work out. So through the use of VICAP, which stands for Violent Criminal Apprehension Program, he was linked to at least 34 murders. That was after his arrest in 2012. During Little's 2014 trial in L.A., prosecutors said that he was likely responsible for at least 40 killings since 1980. So we're talking about between 40 and what's 2014? 2014 from 40, that's 60, 70. So between the ages of 40 and 74, they think he killed up to 40. And that was during his trial in 2014. It gets bigger after that. But the authorities at the time were looking for... She said that. Authorities at the time were looking for possible links to deaths in Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Ohio, and Texas. At first, he was not forthcoming with information. Mitzi Roberts is the name of the detective who caught Sam Little. This was in 2012. He was arrested in a homeless shelter, and like I said before, convicted in 2014. At the time, he was extradited to California on narcotics charges.
Did you say where the homeless shelter was?
I didn't know. Where was the homeless shelter? You know that, right?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
This just reminded me of the Epic Rap Battles of History intro. Each one, it gets a little more harder to understand. Fucking love those things.
Anyway, yeah. We should. You know what? We should do one of those.
An epic rap battle?
Well, not an epic rap battle. We should do an episode on all those. Like, get them all together and just talk about them and shit.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
I'm gonna get stoned and watch epic rap battles of history.
Yeah. No reading, dude. Nice. So anyway, upon his arrest, he was. They collected his DNA, and he was linked to all those 40 all those 40 deaths that were mentioned previously.
You talk good.
So he's now wheelchair bound, has diabetes and a heart condition. He wears orthopedic shoes for toe amputation due to the diabetes.
Diabetes.
I
had a buddy in high school that could do that whole thing perfectly.
The commercial?
Yeah. Hello, I have diabetes. But he fucking kill it.
Is Brimley still around?
I have no idea.
Like,
did he die of the diabetes yet?
I don't know. He has diabetes.
I know, because he always said, hello, I have diabetes.
Diabetes. I'm just going to say diabetes.
It hurts to pee and I'm short with my family.
I punched my wife the other day. I don't have a wife.
My wife's been dead for 10 years. Who the hell did I hit? What the fuck was that even from? I don't remember what that
guy,
was. Yeah. That's when my buddy Mikey in high school used to kill it.
So wife beating is funny. Don't beat your wife.
You hear to hear for.
So, as of this recording, yesterday, June 7th, 2019, Sam Little was indicted in Hamilton County, Ohio, for 2 killings in the Cincinnati area. A map on the FBI's website says Little told investigators he killed women in Arizona, Arkansas, California, Georgia, Florida, Illinois, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, Nevada, Ohio, South Carolina, and I have not North ? Like, why not North Carolina? Like, why the fuck not? Like, you're there. Anyway, Tennessee and Texas. I'm not saying that he should have killed more. I'm just saying What the fuck's wrong with North Carolina?
I mean, if you're trying to X out all the states.
He clearly was. I mean, fuck. So, according to Ector County District Attorney Bobby Bland, there's been no false information given. He's been cooperating fully, and his memory is excellent.
So, if nothing else, he's honest.
He's been incredibly honest, incredibly forthcoming. He currently paints pictures of the victims, which the FBI hopes will lead to the last remaining to close the cold cases. But some have
not terrible paintings. Not great, but not bad.
Better than me?
Yeah, better than I can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Our tattoo artists are better artists than him?
Yeah.
But, yeah. But, some, the accuracy of his paintings has led to the closure of some cold cases. So, good enough. And I'll put a comparison of an actual picture of a woman and another picture, and you can kind of see the similarity.
Yeah.
But those actually, the juxtaposition of those two pictures is one of the victim. The victim is the one I described, Denise Brothers. It's of the photo of her when she was 15, and the painting is of when she was 38. So it's an age progressed Van Gogh style painting.
You ever been to an art museum?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, a lot. Have you?
I went to the Denver Modern Art Museum.
Oh.
It was still snowy, so it's been a couple months ago. Took my mom down there. They had a Georgia O'Keeffe exhibit down there, and she's like one of my favorites.
The vagina lady?
Yeah.
Because you secretly dream of vaginas all the time.
Are you looking at me like seeing a vagina? I am. Just a big old pussy sitting across the table from me.
With a little thing in my forehead.
Like an anglerfish?
I don't think you should look at me like this anymore.
What the fuck?
That's what a vagina sounds like when it talks. You've never heard one.
That sounded like Sylvester the cat, only fucked up.
I think the voice actor was a vagina, actually. So that makes sense. Accuracy, guys. You come here for the facts.
Right.
Facts. F-E-C-K. Yes. Facts.
Okay. So yeah, this Georgia O'Keeffe thing.
Yes.
I really like her flowers and her skulls, like her Southwest shit.
Okay, yeah.
They didn't have any of it there. In
Colorado?
Yep.
Weird.
Turns out there's a big-ass Georgia O'Keeffe museum in New Mexico, I think it is.
That's more New Mexico, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But it was cool, but not at all what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Also, modern art is bullshit. There was so much shit in that museum where I'm like, whatever.
We're modern arting.
I'm talking like modern.
Like graphic art.
Art.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good stuff.
There was an exhibit there at the time. Some local tattoo artist tattooed a bunch of oranges, which is something every apprentice ever has done.
Oranges?
Oranges.
Oh, I thought you meant like he tattooed a picture of an orange on.
No. No, he was putting, or I think it was a she, was putting tattoos on oranges. And not great, in my opinion. Like, not the cleanest, straightest lines I've ever seen. And if you're in a museum, I'd assume you should have clean, straight lines on your work.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. She's probably a better tattoo artist than I ever was, but I'm still going to shit on her.
15. How old she was?
Huh?
She could have been 15.
Generally, you have to be at least 18 to work in a tattoo shop, so...
Yeah, but she wasn't working in a tattoo shop. She was tattooing oranges.
No, there were pictures of her tattoos on the walls as well. Her tattoos on the walls, like the photos of her tattoos, were way better than the oranges that were there.
Maybe she was just trying to capitalize on...
far off topic.
We're
talking about tattooed oranges.
Okay, so closing this out, ending the story of Sam Little, there is obviously way more tragic stories to be told from his story that deserve to be told, but
approximately 90 of them.
Yeah, and there's no way that we would have gotten to it. But I hope that
it's raining again.
I hope that it is raining. Yeah, if you're listening and you hear that pitter patter, that's rain. We are in the lovely H&K shed in Loveland, Colorado, and it rains. So.
It's afternoon in the spring. It's gonna rain.
Yeah.
Every fucking day.
But hey, our voice quality.
It's because I just bought a black car that's covered in pollen right now, and now now when it dries off, it'll be covered in spotty pollen from the rain.
God hates your car and the recording of this podcast.
Yeah.
For those listeners, we've had a hell of a time recording this one. We've had so many starts and stops.
Fucking computer's fucked up like twice on us.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
After I said that, I glanced over just to be sure. It is still moving now.
Good. So, Sam Little is currently being trotted across the country, facing up to his many murders, all in all those different states that you mentioned. That's where we sit now with him.
It's nice to know that we're wasting tax dollars hauling an old man that's going to die soon cross country. Like, he should face justice, but why not fucking move the shit to him?
I think that would
You
probably
can't
be more
telecommute a
expensive.
trial.
Oh well, that shit, yeah. Yeah, I suppose you're right. You're absolutely totally right.
Absolutely, he should serve justice for what he's done. But why the fuck are we wasting money on this?
He's already beat justice. He's 78.
Yeah.
That's fucking sucks.
I mean, justice would have been catch him.
After the first.
When was that?
Before the first.
The first one that they let him off on.
Oh yeah, when was that? The year? Looking at notes. Looking at notes. That's my looking at notes song. Did you like it?
1982 was his first arrest for murder.
82 to now. I was born in 80. I'm 38, so we're talking about 36 years.
That's 36 years too many.
He didn't do.
That's 36 years and approximately 89 lives too many.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I like the count. Yes, you're right. Oh well, that sucks. That wraps up the case of Samuel Little. He continues to try to help the FBI with closing those cold cases and bringing the family's closure.
So he's turned his life around, is what you're saying. He's a good guy now.
That's not at all what I'm saying. The motherfucker deserves a bullet in the head after he gives out all the information. In my opinion, that's justice for me.
It's a waste of a bullet. Ropes are reusable.
Big guy with big hands who would enjoy it. Who hasn't hurt anybody else. Who deserves it. That's a weird concept. You be good. You deserve to murder that guy.
I watched a thing on YouTube not long ago about executioners and like how they were kind of the scum of the town.
Yeah, well, in addition to that, they suffered from PTSD, so they were ostracized. PTSD, so they were ostracized. PSD, penis. I'm always talking about penises.
Yep. You got dicks on the
brain. I'm sorry. Let me think of another word. Penile? Nope, that doesn't work.
Pecker?
No.
Why are there so many penis names?
Pee-pee?
I was just gonna say pee-pee.
Pee-wee?
A
lot of people see this. Yeah, so this is a comfortable sidebar. What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't even know anymore.
God damn. PTSD. Yeah, executioners, they were ostracized and suffered from PTSD, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the Today I Found Out YouTube channel did a thing a couple weeks ago on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I kind of want to do an episode on botched executions. Last podcast on the left did executioners once. That was an interesting podcast.
Executioners or
Yes.
executions?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, executions and executioners.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned a lot. A lot that I didn't know.
Have you seen The Hateful Eight?
Yes.
Fucking great movie.
Have you seen the series? Like, he split it up and added to it.
Really?
And made episodes out of it.
No, I've never even heard of this.
Good. Like, yeah, I really enjoyed the addition.
And it's still all the...
It's
how
the
does
same
that
story,
happen?
just
Because everybody fucking dies. Is it a prequel?
No, it's the same story. He just added, like, deleted scenes.
Oh, okay.
And split them up into episodes.
Oh.
Tells a richer story, in my opinion.
No, I didn't know that. Where do you find that one at?
That's on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, we can check it out. But it's the same thing. Fucking Samuel L. Jackson called "Never been a motherfucker." That was horrible. Could you tell that Samuel L. Jackson was not here?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah. Motherfucker. No, can't do it. No, that word. Motherfucker. That's how Darby says it.
Say what one more time, motherfucker.
What? I dare you.
I double dare you.
You didn't respond to that text the other day. Or yesterday. I kept on saying increase. And then I said, say increase one more time, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one. I was busy at work.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah. I bought my dad a bad motherfucker wallet years ago for his birthday.
No shit. That's an awesome
Every time he pulls it out, like, he said he's gotten so many compliments on it when he pulls it out to pay for shit.
That's a great son to father gift. Good job.
He's a huge Tarantino fan.
Who's not, you know?
See, I don't like most of his shit. Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, The Hateful Eight. That's about it.
You don't like Django?
I don't like the Kill Bills.
I didn't really like the Kill Bills.
I forgot he did Django. Django was pretty good. Yeah, I don't like the Kill Bills. The fuck else?
Inglourious Bastards?
Hated it.
Really?
Hated
I loved it. I'll watch it almost every day.
I'm a history buff, and I don't like that they tried to change history in it.
Oh, that's the point. It was a throwback to like 70s Nazi
but Hitler wasn't gunned down in a fucking theater. Like,
no, of course not.
Like, I'm okay with everything up until that point, because like all that other shit that could have happened, and we just don't know about. Like, it
didn't though. I mean, it's just a story. It's like Hogan's Heroes was not real. None of that shit was real. But
by killing Hitler in a theater, it ruined it for me. Like, it was a decent movie up until that point.
It was a satisfying death. I love seeing those bullets go through his skull.
It looked good, but like as a history buff, it bothered the shit out of me.
As that's a mortal enemy getting torn the fuck out.
Yeah.
Murder lives.
Yeah. Instead of escaping to Argentina.
Yeah. I mean, I guess self-inflicted poison with Ava Braun in a bunker. Okay.
Was it poison?
Yeah,
I thought he took a Luger to the head.
Cyanide. One of them took cyanide. I thought they both took cyanide.
See, I was thinking they both took a Luger to the head.
I choose to believe that he was shot up in a theater and then burned. We're looking that up.
Okay, Google. How did Hitler die?
The cause of death of Adolf Hitler was suicide.
Thanks.
So that's cleared up.
How did Hitler commit suicide?
Here are some results from a search.
Fucking, you're worthless.
I gave you the search.
You just fucking tell me what Wikipedia says. Nope, you're right. Cyanide.
Okay, I thought so. Both of them, right?
Let me see. Committed suicide.
We did the Nazi episode.
By taking cyanide. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I was thinking he took a Luger to the head.
If you want to hear our Nazi episode, or any previous episodes, or even this one, where can you find us?
We are at highermindspodcast.com.
highermindspodcast.com.
YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
SoundCloud.
We're on SoundCloud.
Facebook.
Higher Minds Podcast.
Instagram.
Also Higher Minds Podcast.
Twitter.
And
Higher Minds Podcast at Gmail.
At gmail.com.
I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
Deuces, everybody.
Deuces.
The preceding podcast was intended only for adults. Listener discretion should have been advised.
Shouldn't we have said that before?